Tomorrow is World Whisky Day, and Colorado distillers have a big reason to celebrate this year. In January, the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau officially recognized American Single Malt Whisky as a whiskey category. Now, Colorado distilleries have been making it for years, but they couldn't actually call it by its name, and now that has all changed.
Yes, joining us to celebrate today, World Whisky Day, well, one day early, of course, Spirit Hound's co-founder and head distiller, Craig Englehorn. Hi, thanks for joining us today.
It's my pleasure. It's good to see you guys.
Big deal, right?
It is a big deal.
We can finally call this what it is.
Oh, we've been waiting. I've been making this kind of whiskey for 12 years, and Spirit Hound has actually not used the phrase American Single Malt Whisky because it wasn't defined. Now it's defined, now we can claim it, and now people know what it is, right? So we're in the process of educating the industry and the consumer as to what American Single Malt means. One thing that's really fun is it's been 50 or 60 years since the last new designation of whiskey came out in the US, and that's what we call bourbon.
Oh, right.
Right? So we look forward to, when you go to the liquor store, you'll have bourbon on the wall section, American Single Malt section. It's a big boon for those of us distillers that have been making American Single Malt for all these years.
So you just brought up American Single Malt, and this year there is a category, right? How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, it really is going to boost our business, right? Just here in Colorado, we have several very great distillers that are making malt whiskey, and now we can all kind of climb together and get on the American Single Malt bandwagon. Colorado's a leader in this category.
So, admittedly, when I drink, I like to snack. So I'm all about knowing what the pairings are. Like, my favorite thing is like the Girl Scout cookies and. But I want to hear about some of the whiskey pairings that we can celebrate this weekend and what each thing goes well with.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to come with a list of pairings, and I think what I'd rather do is talk about the fact that, you know, we've all been using our mouths and eating our entire life. So in some sense, we're experts on what things taste like, right? We know what sweet things taste like. We know what ice cream tastes like and feels like. We know what salt is like. Sometimes what we don't know is how to describe things, right? So with whiskey, a lot of times people will taste it and they can't, it's hard to come to a word that means what they're getting, right? But what I would encourage everyone to do is to taste the whiskey, decide what the flavors are for themselves, and come up with things that they like to eat to go with it.